It's easy for most people to start losing faith when everything begins to fall apart and the world looks like it's about to end. Yet, in the face of adversity, we keep winning. This can be proven time and time again throughout history. People can unconsciously gravitate towards negative things that are around them, like a sort of unconscious negative bias. Eventually, if you give these things too much thought, you can get sucked into a continuous loop of negativity, and it can start to get to you mentally and emotionally. That negative state can even start to affect the environment around you. So how do you win? You break that loop. Alright, so, Catto Requiem. Pretty normal game, I would say. What is happening? Okay, stop. Okay, I think we know why we're here. Let's get this going. So the ending of Requiem definitely was a bit of a shocker. I'm sure most people could agree with me on that one, but it was kind of interesting how this end.txt file kind of said otherwise. Over the past month or so, we've been trying to figure out where is this good ending? What is this secret ending that we must discover? Because surely, that couldn't be the end of it all, right? And, sometime later we finally found it, so yeah. Before we really get into this, I do want to quickly thank the Catto Crusaders Discord. This was a server made by a couple Catto community members, and yeah, I was invited to it randomly. I was asked, hey, do you want to help out with secret ending stuff? And I'm like, sure, even though I'm stupid and I wouldn't have been able to figure this out anyways, so I wouldn't be much help. But I joined anyways. I was hopping in VCs and stuff and just kind of screwing around while we were finding the secret ending. And when we finally found out the secret ending, thanks to Mango Key, it was a very cool experience, even if it took us probably a little too long. But y'all made the experience a lot more just fun, a lot more enjoyable in general, and yeah, wouldn't have been able to figure this out without any of y'all. So, because again, I'm not great with these kinds of things, so And of course, shoutouts to Mango Key, not only for making the games and making all this cool stuff for us, but also helping out as well. They were kind of the reason why we ended up finding it, because we were kind of struggling. Enough blabbering, let's go ahead and just get into this. So, first things first, in order to get the good ending, you gotta start off by beating the game. I mean, that should probably be a given, but even if you were to try and go for this without beating the game first, you literally can't. I believe beating the game, as some sort of file or something, or some sort of check that unlocks the thing we need to find in order to find the secret ending, and that's only unlocked after you beat it, so if you haven't beaten the game, go do so. It's very good. Once you've done that, you need to go ahead and play through the game again. Just reset the game progress using the replay tool and start going through the game again, collecting all the diamonds and stuff, collecting the fragments. You need the fragments, I believe. And yeah, just keep on going and just play through it like you normally would, at least until you get to level 6. Once you get to level 6, pull up the replay tool and create a backup save. Chances are you're probably going to need it for something we'll go over in just a little bit. And then you see this wall right here, right by the staircase? Go down it. I know there's a death pit, but you'll be fine. Look at that, you'll be okay. Besides, if there's anything Journey to Catalan has taught me, it's the fact that, hey, secrets will be hidden in spots that you're not going to be able to leave, and you'll have to die anyways, so it's not like you're left with nothing. I'm sure someone would eventually figure it out, right? But once you go down, all you need to do is just take a turn to the left and... oh. Well, you seem familiar. And that's why I told you to create that backup save, because, yeah, that can happen sometimes. See, it's one of those things that literally can't be fixed. Mango Key has said, this is an issue with GameMaker, so, yeah, don't get on Mango Key's case for this, because, yes, they're aware of this issue. Yes, they tried to fix it. They literally can't, so it's fine, though. All you need to do is just try it again. If you create the backup save, quickly restore that, create another backup, just in case. Go through the level again, and just try again, Violet will be there. Eventually, though, it should work, and, well...
You have way more power than I thought you did. I'm really surprised. Thanks to you, I'm back here alive. I need to give you something really important. I've put together a note as a digital file. You need to give this note to Catto, but you need to do this for the first game. The note needs to be placed next to the .exe in order for the game to be able to read it and actually load it in-game. We obviously don't have enough power or skill to do this ourselves, what you do. You're our only hope. You can fix all of this. You can make it so that none of this ever happened. We're all counting on you. Now go. Go and save Catto Boy.
Alright, well, we got the objective. All we gotta do now is just put the please.read file into the same folder of Adventures of Catto Boy. Going back to the first game, let's go. And just start playing through it. Yeah, just play the game. Go into the first level, and you might start to notice something a little bit off. Can't imagine what it might be. Where are the biscuits at? Where are those biscuits? We need them. We need to beat the level. What is up with that? Where are the biscuits? Oh, that's a note. Like those note projectiles that we throw at people.
Catto, I care about you enough to do this. This will hopefully break the cycle, thanks to the player's help. I know who you are. I've been observing you for a while now. Don't worry, I'm not some stalker or anything. You don't need to know who I am, but I need to tell you this. Turn back now. You don't need those biscuits. You already have another bag of them in your home. I know you just needed an excuse to go on some adventure, but it isn't worth it. Please, go back home. Your future depends on it. If you keep going, you'll go through horrors that no living being should ever experience. We all love you. You are the most blessed thing that ever came to be. You have touched a lot of people's hearts and brought joy to so many. It shouldn't have to end in the way that it always does, forever and ever. Please, do this. For all of us.
So now the question is, where do we go from here? Well, just go back to the beginning of the level.
Hello. I was the one who wrote you that note. There is one more thing you need to do. To exit this room without Malice knowing, you'll need to create another file elsewhere. But this time, I can't tell you much more about it. Malice will know, and this would all have been for nothing. All I can say is, this file tells the game to break the cycle. You'll have to figure this one out on your own. You have to place it in a folder that Malice won't guess. A folder where you keep things that you watch. Once you figure this out, reopen this game. This game, combined with the file, are the keys to breaking the cycle. I managed to come up with this solution myself. It took me many ages.
Now we're at the point where we got stuck. This is the part where we got stuck, and we couldn't figure it out for like a month. Okay, so what you're supposed to do, as described in the notepad, is just make a file in the videos folder on your computer and just kind of figure out what to title it and what to put in the file itself. The problem is we just couldn't figure it out, like, at all. See, the thing is, Violet technically kind of sort of gives us a bit of a hint on what to put in there. We were told basically pay attention to what she says in the notepads and all that, which, fair enough, and with what we know now, yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's just that it was a little vague for us, and we just couldn't figure it out. At least not for a while. At least not until a certain website got updated a bit. So, random question. Does anyone remember that last little bit in the third Requiem trailer? The one that looks like a small piece of a link? Well,
The place was moonlit. The cold wind brushed past my face. I don't really remember who I'm supposed to be anymore. I am nothing more than a material construct conjured up by a higher unknown. But I feel it. All the time. The anger, the sadness, the despair, the rage. To whom? What for? Not for what I used to be angry at. One moment I'm in full control and full of rage. The next moment I'm nothing more than a predetermined set of graphics, sound, and code, unable to change anything. The first thing I saw when I woke up tonight was the reflection of the moon in my room window. I got up and looked at my reflection, a two-faced monster. It wasn't entirely her fault. It was partly mine too. I was never happy with what I had. Life was so fucking boring. Pick up this, collect that, talk to him over and over and over. He drove me mad. So when the AI software corrupted everything, it only amplified those feelings in me. That anger, that sadness, that despair. It all got stuck in a loop, but I was already in a depressing loop before then. Lately, I keep hearing the same words swimming around in my head. It's been a while, I know. I knew what she meant by the file. I could see the code. None of it is ever truly hidden from me. I could have easily stopped her, but to tell you the truth, it would be better for all of us. It would be better if all this finally ended.
We got the clues. I think you might get the idea on what to do with them. Make your text document, or whatever file, rename it to break the dot cycle, open it with Notepad, add the break the loop restore, remove the quotation marks and any extra spaces, and open up Adventures of Catto Boy again, like the Notepad says. And now just play through it. Yeah, just play through the game again. You might think, that seems a little weird, why would I just do that? Just play through it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just do it. Once you beat the 3rd level, you might notice something a little different. That seems kinda interesting, huh? Well, now that begs the question. What happens if we open up Requiem again?
Thank you. The cycle is finally broken. Every single game has been restored, freed from the misfortune and sadness within. The horrors you've witnessed are no more.
Okay, I gotta check this. What happens if I select why I never wanted this? Oh. I see. It just gives you an idea how to break it. Well, I would rather not do that. That's it. We found it. The final ending. The good ending to Requiem. Yeah, that took us a month. It took us over a month to find that. I mean, on one hand, okay, it was a little vague, but also, I feel like it should not have taken that long, but like, whatever, we figured it out, it's fine. Go ahead and just continue, and now you got the extras. And they're simple enough. We got the nice RPG Maker look again, so that's cool. We got a couple people here. We got Minori, sick, glad to know she's still alive. We have Floaty, we got Cheese. They don't say anything, none of them say anything, but it's still pretty cool. We got the sound test. It's the sound test, it's pretty cool. And then we got all the levels, and, you know, all the characters. We got Catto, Minori, I still gotta unlock her, Big Boy, and, oh, a whole new character. I wonder, oh, I gotta do that. Well, you know, like, comment, subscribe, tell me to do this, and I'll do it, okay? If we can get, like, I don't know, 20 likes on this video, I will unlock this character. And that's it. It's done. All of Catto Boy's horror adventures. We're done with them. We finished it. The cycle has been broken, and everything's back to the way it was. The way it should have been. I'd say that's pretty nice. Now all that's left is, finishing this off once and for all. And then patiently waiting for forever. It's gonna be peak, and I'm so looking forward to it. Before we do end this off, though, I do want to give my thoughts, you know? It's kind of one of those things where if I'm not going to say it here, I'm not going to have much of an opportunity to say it anywhere else, so, I'm going to quickly give my thoughts on the ending, and we'll go from there. So, here's the thing. I understand that some people might be a little disappointed by this, considering that is the ending, that's all there is to it. And I understand that might be a little underwhelming for some people. But that being said, I don't mind it too much. I think it's a fine ending for what it's worth. That, or I didn't make my expectations too high. Not to say I didn't have high expectations for it, but also at the same time, with how complicated it can be to develop a game and all that, and how Mango Key kind of got this out in not exceedingly long of a time, I wasn't expecting things to be like the most crazy, full of plot twists, whatever things. I kind of figured it was going to be kind of simple and to the point, and that's kind of what we got. Like, I definitely think, I definitely kind of wish we had a little more than just, hey, you did it, good job. But at the same time, I don't know, I'm not too annoyed by it either. We did what we were set out to do, and we got what we wanted. And you know what? Everyone's alive and well, and we don't have to worry about any horror or whatever. No one's dying again. My heart won't be shattered like last time. So that, I'd say that's worth it, right? Like, yeah, it would have been cool if it did some sort of giant cross-game quest, similar to, of all things, Five Nights at Wario's. In that series, like, in order to get, like, the true, good, secret, whatever ending, you have to basically go across all the different games and find secrets and stuff in them, which I think that's really cool. But at the same time, I can understand why Mango probably wouldn't want to do something like that, because that would take a minute. And honestly, I get the impression he wants to move on to non-horror stuff. And you know what? I can't be mad at that. And it still promised us a good ending. We got the good ending. And you know what? Everyone's happy at the end of the day. That's good enough for me. If anything, though, it does feel a little weird in a way, because, like, this is kind of it for Catto Boy in terms of, like, the main series horror stuff. Obviously, when Forever comes out, you know I'm hopping on that as soon as possible. With some of the stuff that's planned for it, it's going to be really cool. But there ain't going to be any more spooks. At least not from the boy officially. At least not anytime soon. Maybe one day we'll get that awesome Doggo Boy remake. But for now, that's kind of it. It's kind of weird to say, honestly, considering I've been a part of this community for a while now, so it's kind of weird to be closing the book on this horror era, but you know what? If what we get next is something even better, I'm all for it. But I think with that, I think it's time we end this off here, because, well, there's not much else to really do. Outside of getting that one secret character. Again, if you guys want me to, I'll do it. Like, I feel like it would be a little rough, but like, hey, that could be a fun idea. I can even make that a fun streaming idea. You never know. Again, huge shout out to the Catto Crusaders and to everyone who has helped with getting this secret ending. Seriously, you all mean a lot. I'm very grateful for all of you, and you know, despite some of my crap and some of the crap I've been dealing with and my temper, I'm thankful you all are still there for me, and I'm very happy to be a part of this community. Crap, I'm getting teary-eyed. God damn it. No, so seriously, you all mean a lot, and I'm glad I'm able to experience all this with all of y'all, so. And of course, thank you all guys for watching. It's been a long road, but I'm ready for newer, better things. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I know this is a lot different compared to like any other Catto Boy video I've done, but it is kind of one of those things where it would have been a little hard to make this like a normal video, considering it was very all over the place. So hopefully though, y'all enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.